Halloween and they were paying attention to my silly sleeves. So that's why we do everything neutral as far as that's concerned. Make sure they're happy, they're excited, they're smiling, and make sure your employees, when they're doing it, know what you want them to get across to your customers. Make sure that you want them to know that this is what the tool is for. This is how it's going to save them time. This is why it's worthwhile to purchase it. So make sure that they have that information. Number 6, make it fun and make it memorable. Be funny, be silly. Whatever it is in your personality to be, do something goofy. I have a pact with my staff, I will never make them wear something stupid. They don't ever have to put on a chicken costume. They don't ever have to do anything like that. But we will do silly things. We will have silly events in our store and things that happen, and we'll give you a couple of those ideas in a minute. But it has to be fun for your customers. Your customers got out of bed in the morning, got dressed, and made a choice to come to your store. They chose to come to your store already. They want to buy something. They just don't know what it is. So if you're willing to show them how they can spend their money, they're more likely to do it. So if it's going to be fun, if it wasn't going to be fun, they might as well have gone to the dentist, right? Okay, number 7 on my list, give them a freebie. Every single person comes into your store wants something for free. They all want something for free. They want a free pattern, they want a free this, they want a little goodie to go along with it. But it doesn't mean you have to go broke giving them a freebie. That's where we use the project packs. And Checker was so wonderful to put this whole packet of like my entire life history together here. You have everything that we've done on there. If you look on there, the patterns, we're TQC, the Quilt company, that's TQC is our code for them. Anything that has a 600 before it comes in this pattern pack. And if you look on their website, it's not going to give you a price because consumers can also see that website and it'll say $24. And shop owners that are not smart enough to come to market are going to look at $24 for one pattern for that one placemat. That's stupid. It's a pack of 24, so it'll say, they have a comment on the bottom, it doesn't say what the prices are. But if you, yes?
Can we buy them from you direct?
You can.
Okay, just, I tried checkers and have. Oh, yes.
The checkers.
And this was just last week.
Well, actually, we just shipped them again last week. But if you're going to buy them, I don't put them on my website.
I know.
You could call my store and order them direct, but I happen to love checkers. It's fine with me if they sell all of them for you. And if I put them on my website, my consumers see that too, and I won't sell them for one pattern for $2.50. It's not worth my time. So we only sell them in packets of 24, and I won't sell 24 to a consumer either, so they're only for you. But if you look at the packets that are on there, these run you $1 each. It's a full color pattern for whatever, it's $1. So if they want a freebie, give them a freebie with this purchase. So Popsalot happens to be one of the quilt patterns that's on there. It's a throw-size quilt. It's done with one jelly roll, nothing else. You don't add anything else to it, it's just one jelly roll that you use. So if you buy the jelly roll in my store, I'll give you the pattern for free. If you buy the notion that I'm demonstrating, if you buy my quick trim ruler, I'll give you the placemat pattern for free. So whatever it is, and the reason we do these with the $1 price on them for you is because when I would do my demos, there was always the person who came, watched the entire demo, but then said, oh, I don't need that. I just want the free pattern, okay? I also don't hand them the free pattern at the demo. I put the free patterns at the cash register. So if they go through the cash register and they've bought the item that we've asked them to do, my girls just automatically bag a pattern with that, and off they go. But if they just want the pattern, then they're going to stand in line and pay $2.50 for it, because I'm just that way. Okay? Now, some of the demos that we've done, I demo the ruler, the quick trim ruler, which that's the picture of it up there, and in your little handout sheet, it's on the front page here. I'm mobile. What you can't see, because this is a white poster board and it has white lines on the ruler, are there 45-degree angle lines that are on the ruler right here that cross right at the 1/4-inch line. When they cross at the 1/4-inch line, that means that you can use the instructions following the ruler or the instructions for any of the 3 quilts that you see up here. This is the brand new one that's over here. And it will give you illustrated step-by-step instructions for how to cut your pieces so that you no longer have to draw any more lines. You normally make a flying geese block, you have a rectangle, and you put a square on the top of it. This is my demo information. And then you have to draw a line on every single one of those squares. Then you have to go sew on every single one of those squares. Then you have to come back and trim every single one of those squares. Now, if they don't hate that method, by the time you're done explaining that, then you've done something wrong. So, you say, but if you have the quick trim ruler, you just simply lay your square on top of your rectangle, line up the lines, and pre-trim them, and they're all ready to sew. And there's no trimming afterwards. It's so much faster, and every single one of them comes out perfect, every time. So, don't you all want a ruler? See? The most rulers I've sold is 427 in a 2-day show. Karen's
I demoed
next.
them to 30 people at my retreat and I sold 28.
Karen did 30 demos.
So you know
30
those
people.
2 people you were talking about?
Yeah.
They were out.
Yeah. So she just did a demo with 30 people. She sold 28 rulers. So, which 2 people were there? There's those 2 people. So it's a great demo to do. When I did the ruler for Creative Grid, Rob said you can have anything you want. So I said, okay, I want holes drilled down the center of it too, so we can use it to draw circles. So it has holes drilled down the center of it so that you can put a pin in it and draw a circle. So if you look at the quilt that's over here, this is the brand new one for this market. It's called Old Dog's New Tricks. Okay? The reason for that, has no puppies on it, has nothing on there, is because I've had my store for 18 years. I think I qualify as an old dog. Okay? The ruler actually has some wonderful new tricks. It does phenomenal things. When I originally designed it, I loved what it did. The more I work with it, the more I love it. It's phenomenal. So the blocks are actually done. That's a jelly roll with background fabric added to it. They're square blocks, and then you put a piece of interfacing on top of it, put the pin in the middle, use the ruler to draw a circle, sew right on the line, cut them out, flip them around, and they're appliqued onto the background squares. Mine are appliqued by machine. So, and then you can trim the backing around. The border of the quilt is actually made with the leftover strips from the jelly roll. And I'm not as thrilled with the quality of cutting of the jelly rolls as I could be. I think that sometimes when you open up the pack, they don't go quite straight. So I make sure that when I use a jelly roll, that you can cut them all in half on the fold, so it doesn't have, you don't have to worry about whether it actually goes straight or not. So we really use half strips for everything. So that quilt is brand new for this market, and then these 2 are both jelly roll quilts as well. You can cut your own pieces, you don't have to use the jelly roll, but they're both done the same way. All 3 of those patterns have in them step-by-step illustrated instructions that actually show the ruler lined up exactly where you need it to go. Now, one of the new tricks that I discovered with the ruler is underneath my sign is Rita's sign. So these are the Creative Grid for 5-inch squares. These are for charm squares. If you're in the Timeless Treasures booth, I did a free handout quilt for Timeless Treasures, and I used this hatchet block right here. Now, when you make that, you take the 5-inch squares, line up your piece, and trim those 2 corners off, and then of course you have to replace the corners. The ones that you trimmed off, you don't use because they'd be too small. So you have to cut other half-square triangles in order to do it. When I did that, Rita's instructions that come packed with the ruler say to take a square and cut it in half. Well, then you have that where does it line up issue. So instead, I cut strips using my ruler, and then use the little crosshatch piece when you cut the strip and you line it up and you cut it, 1 dog ear is already trimmed off for you. So you have exactly the right notch you need to line it up so that everything comes out perfectly. So now if I'm doing a demo, I'm going to demo Rita's ruler, and then my little extra is going to be, and if you happen to have this, look, you can do it this way, and it's so much easier to line it up. So do I say, come, I'm going to make you buy lots of rulers? No. I just say, come, and we're going to show you how to do a hatchet block, and then look what else you could buy to go along with it. So, a $17 add-on sale is not bad. So, once you've got your demo all set up, we're going to talk about a few things that you can do for summer. I get 5 minutes, okay? Happy hour is something that I've done in my store for years. Happy hour is every Monday night. It has been in the past, every Monday night from 6 until 7, and I demo something, anything. It doesn't matter. Summer is the slow season in our store. It may not be that way for you, but it is for our store. So my regular customers are all out traveling, visiting all of you. So to get people into the store, what we do is we do happy hour. They come in and I demo something. And I let them use it. You know, if it's a ruler, I have extra pieces there so they can cut, they can trim, they can do something with it, and I make it a lot of fun. It gives me repeat business during my slow season, it shows them something new, and it sets me up as the expert on anything that's happening, so that when they have a question about something that's going to happen, they know that I know the detailed answers, because I've shown them how to. We've done some fun stuff. We've done fabric dyeing with shaving cream, we've done silk dyeing with Sharpie markers, we have some messy stuff too. We've done discharge dyeing using batiks and big rubber stamps and liquid dishwashing detergent, stuff that they are never going to do on their own. They're never going to touch this stuff. We've done Angelina fibers, we've done everything you can possibly imagine. It's fun, it's different, it's a little bit outside of the box of what they're going to do, and it exposes them to brand new stuff. You can take any checker ruler and do as a demo. Right now, if you don't have one already, I'm sure you'll be able to pick one up. Checker has a sale flyer, and they have Jack Dempsey pre-printed things for embroidery on sale. That's a great pick up and go. If you can demo how to do specific stitches, and embroidery floss happens to be on sale too, so you could use those two things. You can make extra margin on it, use that as one of your demos and get them started. Pick up and go item for summer travel is an excellent way to do it. We've done how to do pin cushions, different kinds of pin cushions. This year, I'm not running happy hour in my store. The reason for that is because my daughter is expecting twins. I don't know when they're coming. That's why I have my phone with me, because they're due sometime this month. But I want to be able to spend time with those grandchildren. So instead of having to be committed every Monday night, I'm doing 2 days. We're doing carnival days in my store this year. So we're doing 2 all day Friday, all day Saturday. I'm taking all of what I would have done for happy hour and I'm putting it into those 2 days. And we're going to demo all day long. Now, they aren't free demos. Okay, there's make it take it's involved and they're not free. It's going to be my store, we'll be open for business, and I'm charging $10 for them to come in and take part in our carnival. Okay, so they will pay $10 up front. The reason for that is I have to know how many people to prepare for, and that's the easiest way. They've made a financial commitment, they're going to show up. When they come, we're going to give them a wristband, which is just like a ride all day ticket, so that they can go to all the different stations. If they go to that station, we'll have, we call it a golden ticket. It's printed on gold paper, and they get a little stamp on each one of their things. If they get a stamp and they've participated in each one of the demos and make it tickets, then they can turn that in for $10 off that day's purchase. Now they have to pre-buy their $10 ticket. They can't come in that day and buy it. They can come in that day and buy it and participate, but they're not getting the $10 off. So you have to make sure you detail all of that out, that people understand that there's an urgency involved there to do it. The other thing we've done during the summer that works out really well is people are willing to stay up a little bit later, so we've done Girls' Night Out movie night. I pretty much directly stole this idea from Deb Luttrell, who does Quilt in a Movie. She actually does a mail order program where you get a quilt kit and a CD of a movie that goes along with it. For example, she did one, the movie you got was Tin Cup, and you got a copy of my pattern and the fabric to make a kit for my golf quilt to go along with it. So you could pick one theme, do it once a month, do a girls' night out on a Friday or Saturday night. You can order pizza. We have a big screen. We have a 42-inch TV in our store because we use it for demos, for doing sewing machine things, for doing all kinds of stuff. So plug the movie in, let everybody sew, have a kit for them right there, serve popcorn, make it fun, and then, just like they do on television, you know when they do commercials during your movie? Stop the movie every so often and say, come on up here, now we're going to learn to do this. Gives them a chance to run to the bathroom, get up, walk around a little bit, make it a little bit more fun, and plan 3 hours for a single movie, a 3-hour event for a single movie. You get them in, when the movie's over, they go home, okay? Because I want to go to bed.